Hi, this is Cindy from Part-Time Permies, and today we're tapping maple trees. You can tell it's a maple of course, when it has its leaves on it. You can tell it pretty easily, but it does have a little bit smoother bark. It's probably a red maple, but I'm not 100% sure on that difference on there. There's also, we get red maple, sugar maples, and silver maples around here that I know offhand. But all of them will produce sap, and you can boil it down. Sugar maples do produce the most sugar in the sap, but you can use any of them, as well as you can use walnut trees, which we tapped one. What you're going to do is go anywhere above 2 feet, about up to 4 feet off the ground, and drill a hole on a slightly downward angle, tap a spile into it, not all the way into the hole. You want to leave a little space for that sap to gather. There are multiple tap setups. You can use a bucket, you can use some rigged up like milk jugs or coffee cans. We're using bags and the bag holders for our setup. You could get metal spiles, or you can have these plastic ones. You get some tubing that you hook onto the plastic spile. It is chilly out here, so you can always warm it up a little bit to help get it in there. So there we go. So you get your tubing rigged up on your spile. You do want your tubing to go downwards, so you use gravity as much as you can to help your sap flow into the bag. You do need a drill bit that is appropriate for your spile. There are different size ones. If you're not sure what size it is, my suggestion is to drill holes in a scrap piece of wood and just see what snugly fits your spile that you have. You will need a hammer to hammer the spile into the tree as well. One other thing I have are a few screws and a screwdriver just to rig up my bag so it's not sitting on the ground. You could do multiple holes and multiple taps on large enough trees, but we don't have a lot of large trees here. So on this maple, really you want a maple that's over 10 inches in diameter. What I did to rig this up was just grab a scrap piece of last year's sunflower, dried out the stalk of it, and 10 inches is from the end to about this nub, just under that. So this is at about 10.5 inches. I put a twist tie at 15 inches. Basically, I need the tree to at least be 10 inches in diameter. If it's over 15 inches in diameter, I can put more than one tap on it. I can put 2 taps on it. If it's a big enough tree, you could even get up to 4 taps, but you do want to make sure you're not harming your tree, so you don't want to do that in small trees. This tree, if we look at it, it's almost 15 inches, not quite, so I'm really only going to put 1 tap on it. Style taps, all I need is about 1.5 inch hole. The tap will go in there just over 1/2 inch, and you'll have a little gathering space for the sap. But for larger tap, you might have to go up to 3 inches, depending on the size. Spile, stick in the hole a little bit, tap it in. That should be pretty good, it's snug. This system, it has a ring inside, just slide it out. Works like a garbage bag. In. That. And take your piece where it hangs, slide it right back in there, pull it down, it's in there, the hose, the tubing goes right in here, right into the bag. You can see from the angle, that should hold a good amount of weight, and what we'll do is we'll end up sticking the tubing in there and hanging on the side of the tree, lower than your tap. Okay, so question here, how do you tell if it's a maple in the middle of winter? I know this is a maple because I saw the leaves last summer, but maples do have a slightly flattened bark. This one I think is actually a sugar maple. You could correct me if I'm wrong. Bark is a little more ridged. It's flat on top, but it's got deep grooves, and it's kind of flaky. It's like coming off in flakes here. So I believe this one's a sugar maple. The last one I tapped was a red maple, I believe, or silver maple. I'm not sure the difference there. But you could correct me if I'm wrong, if you know your trees by bark. Another way to tell if it's a maple, if you look up at the tree, at the smaller branches, you can see they come out opposite. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And that's one indicator that it's either a maple or there's a few other in that family. Okay, so now we have 10 taps up on our trees, a variety of maples, and one walnut tree, which you can make syrup from walnut tree sap as well. So we'll try that out as an experiment. Now, unfortunately, our walnut tree is in the area by Gus, and geese are playful, so I'm hoping he doesn't mess with my tap, but we'll see. Well, might as well try. So I do hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you with the next video. Take care.